All right, so we're back at Matt's house. I guess this is just a continuation on of the build for the wall. This has to be done before we can do all the fun stuff like cabinets and flooring and everything else. So I think what we're gonna do, we're at a point now where I need a couple blades for the oscillating tool, the multi-tool. So we're gonna go to Home Depot. I've figured out how much drywall we need. We're gonna grab some blades, some screws, and then we'll come back and frame out that little wall for the door that's going in there, and then we're gonna start doing electrical. I've got to get Romex and some boxes. So when Matt gets back from the gym, we should be back by then, and we'll we'll lay out the cabinet array, and we'll figure out where we want to put outlets. So let's head to Home Depot.
I think I should come with you, Mike.
You probably should.
People want to see the drywall.
Yeah, we'll go get the drywall. You can come with. We'll take Tundi. It's a good lineup. You know, there's going to be a Ford Bronco here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, it's going to take up the whole driveway.
This one's gonna go away. So, you know, if anybody's interested, I think Matt will cut this loose for about 100 grand. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see you coordinated your shirt with your forerunner.
I did, Mike. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually wasn't intentional, but that's a good call. We're taking the most reliable vehicle of all time here. 457,000. Yeah, it's broken in now. Still doesn't burn any oil, doesn't leak any oil, and it's never failed, except for one quote pack. That's it.
Wow. Every time.
What questions do we have, Mike? Do we have questions yet, or are we waiting for questions?
Waiting for questions.
All right, so they need to go pose some questions.
Correct.
And we'll answer the
questions. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you could just ask them to go ask some questions.
Yeah, why don't you go? So what platform do we want them to ask the questions on? On Instagram. So ask the questions on Instagram, we'll get them answered. I'm gonna go to the electrical aisle first, grab some boxes. But this is a brand new Home Depot. This place has only been open since May or June. I know, people always look at us like we're freaking weirdos. Yeah. It's it's the, what do you call it? What's that show that used to be out? Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Yeah. No, they don't show any of that business.
That's what makes us different.
Yeah, we show it all.
How do you go through your process? You think about the project?
Well, usually if I'm at the same store, I'm thinking about, seeing that electrical's way over here. So I'm thinking about, in my head, where things are, because I go to generally 2 stores, but now we're at another store. So when we do that, I just have to wing it, because I don't know where everything is in this store.
Yeah.
So.
How do you not forget things? Like, you just kind of...
Well, if it's a lot of random things, I'm bringing a list.
Yeah.
Either on my phone or a paper list. But since we only need like a few things, I don't need a list.
I got you. What kind of boxes are you bringing there?
Some nail-in single gangs. So I'm just gonna get a bunch because I don't know exactly where we're gonna put outlets yet. But I'm gonna buy plenty, and then we'll use what we don't use here somewhere else, or we'll return what we don't use. So I'm gonna get at least thinking 2 for each closet, plus a bunch along the back wall. So that's 8, so let's say 12. I'd say 12 is enough. Well, for outlets, you need 12.2 because that's for a 20 amp circuit. For lighting, 14.2, that's for a 15 amp circuit. So lighting and receptacles. But we need more than a 15-foot pieces, so I gotta find somebody to unlock the cabinet. I'm gonna try to find what's the best deal, Mike. And normally we have the stock on all this stuff, but I'm not going all the way to OG. And I like these wide ones for cutting what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna use this one. It's high carbon steel blade. I don't know, this BS with the gold, I don't think it means anything. It's just,
It just looks fancy, huh?
Yeah, so we'll get that. Yeah, so don't buy the chunks that are on top that people sort through and bang up. Get some fresh ones.
You got what you need?
I did. 21 sheets of drywall, some 12.3, some 12.2, some boxes, a few more screws, and then I bought some more, because I have a DeWalt
Drywall gun.
Yeah. So I bought some more bits for that, some more number 2 Phillips bits for that.
Like, you're a real celebrity out here. We're asking Instagram questions.
Yeah. All right, let's set this over here and then we'll put this one on the last one on top.
So, Mike, somebody just asked about the Carhartt shirts.
Yeah, they are. So I think I was talking to Nate about them the other day, and he said they're coming out soon.
This would be ideal for this type of job.
So we're gonna get some. They're testing out the print on the shirt, and then I don't think it takes very long to get them going. So probably a month or so. So I've been asking for them myself for a long time because I like Carhartt shirts. I like the way they fit. I like these shirts too, but you know,
It'd be nice to just have
yeah, have a choice.
construction-related shirts.
Yeah. So from Brodsky, that was his Instagram name.
Yep.
All right, he asked do I have a favorite trade? There's a couple that I don't really prefer, like stucco work. But my favorite probably is where I cut my teeth, which is electrical. So if I was going to pick one, it'd be electrical. I like them all, honestly.
This is good content.
Yes,
People want to know.
People want to know.
we're creating content and memories, Mike. All right, so the next question is from Anthony. I bet you it's Anthony from the Rag Company who wants to know who makes the best Portuguese beans. I would say Anthony makes some really good beans, and they're on par with my grandmother's. So that's saying something. So I can't say yours are my favorite, Anthony, because my grandmother would be very sad to hear that. So I would say they're just on par, which is that's a compliment. All right, so the framing is all done. So we've got everything blocked out. Went ahead and framed in this doorway for the closet area. So this is going to be a 36-inch door, and this is going to be a 32-inch door. So we are at 34 inches rough opening. And the reason I use it pressure treated here is because there's really no room to put a pressure treated mud sill here. Because if I put an anchor in, I could use Tapcons or something, but it'd more likely split when I nailed it in. So I just used a pressure treated all the way up. So that made some sense. And then here we were able to get one in. Yeah, it's ready to go. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go get Matt and we're gonna lay out where the cabinetry is going and talk about where he wants to put outlets. And there's gonna be outlets inside the closets. There's gonna be some above the countertop, one for the TV. We'll probably run a couple of boxes, maybe for, I don't know, maybe Apple TV or something. I don't know what else he wants to do, but there's gonna be outlets up there too. So we'll lay all that out. I'll get all the rough electrical done, and then we'll unload the drywall and start drywalling.
Now's the time to do that, right?
Get all the electrical done now. And then what I'm gonna do, as I mentioned before, so everything's gonna end up coming through here, going here, and then we're gonna come down and poke right through, right about here, come in this void wall and up into this sub panel.
Perfect.
So it's gonna make it really easy to do the electrical. So yeah.
Maybe once you guys have that laid out.
Yeah, we'll get it laid out and then we'll come back and show what our thought process was on why we want outlets where we want them.
This is kind of ideal, creating a wall, right, and putting electrical exactly where you want it.
Oh yeah. Because if this wall was already done in your garage, you kind of be cutting drywall apart to move outlets or add outlets. This makes it ideal. And honestly, this garage being this deep makes this a really good idea. Because we still have, I don't think I've ever measured to see what we have left. Hold that thought. Let's see exactly what we have.
24'6".
That's pretty good. Because I think the average garage is about 22 deep, 21, 22. So this will work really well. He'll be able to get an array in plus a car. There's 320 is right here. So now we want to go all the way against the wall. There you go. So now that gives us, we have 14 inches. So do we want to cheat the array just to trim, which is here, which will give us 10 inches over there. Let go of it, Trev. JC.
All right, I got it, Trevor. So 3.
Now we want to do is our lay out where our closets are. The closet's where we're going to put the power. So,
Chase, you're a nut job, dude. Take.
Where do you want? You want me to just put all the outlets at 48 like a standard garage? They won't be centered in the backsplash. But I don't know if you want them too high anyway, because you don't want cords kind of coming down.
Well, I definitely want one, so actually, let's think about, so we want one on the, right up next to the closet, like here, for my
For a
speaker.
speaker.
Yeah. So we should run some speaker wire while we're at it. too.
Well, I thought we were, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So I was going to stack it. The speakers are not powered, right?
It may, depends, I don't know.
So I should put a regular plug for power and then another one above it that we can run speaker wire in. So stack them. Boom, boom.
No, I'd rather have it,
Next to each other?
yeah.
Okay. Then we can put block in.
We should probably put power and speaker wire up top too, just so I can switch.
On top of the 81 and a half. So then what we should do is lay it out on the floor where you want them and what height you want from every position. Yeah, we're gonna get this laid out because we're gonna do speaker wire in multiple locations, outlets wherever his heart desires. So we're gonna get this all laid out so I know what to do, where he wants things, and then I'm gonna get all the pre-wire done. And then we'll start drywalling. This is going to be a process because he has to think through everything, what he wants, which is why I have Matt out here. So if something's forgotten, it's not Mike's fault. So we can go to the side of it, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be dead center.
Yeah, all right. So. Yep, I will. So what we have is the countertop is at 38, and we're going to put some outlets a few inches, like at 48 inches. So 10 inches above countertop. Then we've got closets. So we're putting an outlet inside the closet here. Then he wants to be able to have pre-wire and power for speakers up here. So we're doing that here. Low voltage and power right here. We also got low voltage and power here because imagine this, a speaker would be sitting on the cabinet on top of the counter, kind of at an angle with the closet next to it. So we'll have power and low voltage there for speaker. We've got an outlet that's going here, centered in this cabinet, so I'll have to put some blocking in for that one. So that'll be a powered outlet like counter height, above counter height. We have another outlet here for TV, low voltage, which is like for HDMI cables and that kind of thing. That'll go all the way through and over into that cabinet, which was where he'll have all the equipment. So it'll be in here, which is why we have power right here for it and the low voltage. So we'll put the other box for low voltage, which will run all the way from the TV to here. Power for all the equipment that'll be here. We have another powered outlet here for chargers, and then two more here. So actually one here for chargers for Milwaukee and Ego. And what else? Have another one just to mirror that side for speaker and low voltage. Another powered outlet here, which will be inside an upper cabinet. And I think that's it. So I think we've got about 16, 18 boxes to nail in.
Did the low voltage get boxes or how do those?
I'm putting them in boxes, yeah.
And then how many circuits run across?
I will probably run, and the other thing too I didn't mention either is on this side of the wall, I'm gonna run 240 volt for the compressor. So it'll be a 20 amp, 240 volt circuit for the compressor. And then above that, we're putting our vacuum solution up here. So I'll also put a dedicated 20 for that. So there's two circuits there. Probably run one for TV and audio video equipment, so that'd be another one. And then I'll probably run another circuit for all the chargers, and then a third power circuit that will be just for the outlets on top of the cab. So 4 circuits.
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I count that right?
5.
4 to 5.
Yes.
Let's just say that. Yeah. I mean, we have plenty of room in that cabinet and that sub panel, I believe. I haven't actually looked. Maybe I should look first. If not, I got to get power outside. Well, if not, I'll have to put some other breakers in. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. And I can put tandems in if I need to, you know, which is 2 circuits on 1 pole, you know. Okay, so what I was just talking about is because we're putting slat wall on here and the lines that run the slat wall are horizontal, this is where you want to really be critical that your outlets are exactly the same height off the floor, because you're going to have a reference line with those horizontal lines. So if one outlet varies a ½ inch from one to the other and you stand back, you're going to see one outlet being higher than the other. So we want to make these exactly the same. So up a 16th. Right there. Okay. And those are good. I mean, you got another one? So I'll put them at 40.
About 45 more boxes.
I'll put them at 40. 2 more sub panels. Matter of fact, we better call Seco and get you some more up 300 amp service. We need like 12 boxes.
20.
Okay, we can always take them back. I'll just buy 20. Good call. The good thing is we bought 250 feet of Romex, so we should
What do you need them for the vacuum and the other?
a single gang for each. So yeah, so that 20 is going to cover it. Yeah, you know what? We should just buy a case. So I think we're going to wrap it for today. We're getting close to the quitting hour, and we need some more material. So what I have left to do in the morning is we're going to finish nailing in our boxes. As you can see, I put some blocking in up there. We're going to put a couple outlets on this side and this side for the audio, for the speakers basically, and we're going to mount them sideways, which is why the blocking's up there. So we've got all the blocking in. We've got to nail in about 10 more boxes. And Trevor's got to go in the morning to OG, grab some XLR cables and some HDMI cables. So we'll get those put in and get everything pre-wired, and then we can start drywalling. Hopefully we'll start drywalling tomorrow. Yeah, that's where we are for the day. It is pretty nice, I'm like, and it does this too. You go like this, and then you hit vehicle info, and then it'll tell you your 0 to 60 time and your braking distance. I do need that in 400. It's a drag vehicle, Mike. That's the right color.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little dark, and then you know.
Yeah, now this is going to be good. I can tell. This is better than Starbucks.
Yeah. And it's no much.
I just wish there were more of them.
All right, Mike. So we're doing a little coffee break.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's the question?
Somebody asked about the sticky bun up. They want to know what's still your best rated cinnamon.
It's Bob's Well-Bred Bakery in Los Olivos. That's my favorite.
What do you get there?
I get the one with the caramel and the pecans on top.
The sticky bun.
The sticky bun. That's truly the sticky bun. The other ones are cinnamon rolls. So the Country Bake Shop, for just a simple cinnamon roll,
That's the best.
it's hard to beat them.
So we still don't have anyone to take the throne of the buffalo spread.
No. I think that's the best. And with Kerrygold butter melted all over it. Anybody have some suggestions in the Central Florida area for the best morning bun, sticky bun, cinnamon roll, whatever you want to call them? Let us know and we'll go check it out for sure. On this side, I have 4 going in. So 3 low ones and then one 48 incher. He wants to plug his, those Dysons that are rechargeable. He wants to be able to hang it here and plug it in. So we got one at 48. These 2, and another one here, third one at 18 inches. Yeah, minimum height requirement. They like 48 in a garage, but I just looked it up. Florida, you can do 18 off the floor, which is what we're doing. No one's going to check this anyway, but no, none, Mike. This wall is gonna more than half the house, All right, so all the outlets are done. All the low voltage boxes are in. If you notice, we cut out the back side of the low voltage boxes to pass through the larger cables. So this will be, TVs going here. So we've got power for the TV. We're gonna end up with 3 HDMI cables and a center channel. What is this called? What is it? Geez, I've already lost it, Mike. XLR, thank you, buddy. Anyway, so in total we have 30 boxes that we put in. So imagine that's a lot of wiring, a lot of low voltage stuff, a lot of speaker wire. Over here, if you take a look here, we've got laid out where the height of the compressor is going to be. This is the bottom of the vacuum canister that's going to be here, and then 8.5 inches above that is the outlet for the vacuum. So we're going to do the larger one, the 240 volt. It's getting plugged here. That's a switch for it, so that way Matt will have to go in there to turn the vacuum on. We'll just leave that switch on, and this will be the switch for turning the vacuum on and off. What else is unique here? We've got subwoofers going down here. Matter of fact, I just realized that's powered, so we need to put another outlet right above it for power. So that's going to be 31 outlets. Then we have our power for chargers here. This is where the NAD, I'm assuming that's what he's going to put in here, is going in this cabinet, so everything's getting home run to here. So that's obviously why I had to cut the box out.
You got some blocking in for the reels, huh?
Yeah, so this is electric. So the power reels go in here, plug in here. The cabinet's here, running right here, so it's going to go pretty tight against it. And then that's going to be air up there, which will poke back through from the other side, from the compressor side, to feed that. And this is all for our HDMI XLR cables and speaker wires. So this is from this run here, from the TV. So there's 3 HDMIs and an XLR that are going through here. So I went ahead and just laid them all out. Trevor's going to go ahead and drill them, and we get our cables run through. We got to do this a lot. A lot of holes.
We had a commenter who was concerned about the width of the drywall.
Well, the hallway
This hallway.
was a concern.
He said it's got to be at least 36 inches.
What do you know? That's 39.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. That all?
Do you have anything else to say, Mike?
No.
Nothing nice.
How much do we have sticking out there?
Probably about like 6 inches.
We need more than that. So this should be long enough. I think it's going to be long. Pull it. Yeah. Like hold on to that so I can see here. Ooh.
10 inches.
Jeez.
Flat.
All right. Maybe let's see. Maybe the other cable is longer. I think this. I'll use this one. We'll swap it because one's a 35. Minimum 36 inches. So question is, am I going to add blocking to the wall to make mounting the cabinets easier? That's the beauty about the ProSlat cabinets, is there are multiple holes along the back. So if you know where the studs are, you can find studs obviously with a stud finder. There's multiple holes to penetrate through the cabinet into the studs, so you don't need backing on these. Mike, you need a mic. People are saying you need a mic,
They
Mike.
did say that, but
So, okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll try to address them when we do the next video. How's that sound?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay?
There's a lot of people that want to know certain tips and tricks. You know?
Sure, I understand. I do too. I want
Do
to
you
know.
have any tips as far as doing this stuff here?
Yeah, I'm going to run now. I don't know how critical it is with a lot of data stuff. You want to run your low voltage stuff not parallel with power. You want to keep it spread apart. They can intersect like perpendicularly. I think that's a word. But you wouldn't want to run 120 volt in the same because you could pick up noise. So we're going to try to keep everything spread apart.
That makes sense.
I hope he keeps this house for a while. It's a lot of freaking work, man.
I think we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So someone said Mike and Mike keep it coming. So in other words, they like the Mike and Mike episode. Yeah, it was fun to do. I like doing those.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know why they like it.
We're just normal folks.
We just do what we're doing.
Yeah. You know, I guess we're somewhat likable. But my drink was just venti iced coffee with extra half and half.
That's the key, right?
No sweetener.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you want the ratio to be right.
Yeah, I like it more on the lighter side. Breve, right, Trev?
Yeah.
What is it called? Yeah. Trevor used to work at Starbucks.
Nice.
Former barista like you,
Nice,
Mike.
nice.
So
We're cut
yeah.
from the same cloth. Is
You
what
are.
I'm trying to say.
You are. In fact, I didn't really drink coffee until my kids started working at Starbucks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so now people know what you're
And you get an iced latte. What else do you drink? Iced coffee. I know that.
Do a cold brew sometimes.
Cold brew. How about the nitro cold brew?
It's okay. I'm
Yeah,
okay on it.
it's a lot of
You
money
wanna
for
know
really
why?
some fluff.
You want to know why? They don't usually ice it unless you ask.
Yeah, I need it really
at that
cold.
point, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like tepid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's the answer.
Okay.
And sometimes I get. I don't get this. Honestly, I don't get the grilled cheese, but maybe once every 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll say foxtail's better.
Okay, and one last question. Somebody
Yes.
asked, what was the scent that you were wearing?
The scent I was wearing, that was just me. I didn't have any cologne on. I mean, unless she can smell my Tom's of Maine, whatever deodorant I was wearing, Mountain Spring or whatever it's called. No, it's just me, buddy.
Yeah, somebody did want a recommendation for the scent, but there were no scents, just.
No, I think it was the appearance package that got her. So this is 12.3. So this is for the air compressor.
You got all the speakers stuff
I do. All the low voltage stuff is done.
in? Okay.
So everything else is going to be 240 volt, 120 volt. So, I mean, it looks like that this is basically what's going to come out of the wall. Because the HDMI cables are very long, we're going to keep this in the wall. But that's basically what we're looking at right there, all this. So we should have 6 and then 3 HDMIs and 5 speaker wires. So the only one that we're not running a second source to is the subwoofer. So we're running a separate speaker wire just in case Matt wants to change between a powered speaker and a non-powered speaker. So a sub, no matter what, is powered, so it doesn't need a speaker wire. So basically, the tip is going to be, if you're running a long run like this, it's good to have 2 people because there's friction, obviously, for every hole you're through. So if you get someone that's kind of feeding at the one end, the other guy can assist and feed from the other end. It makes it a lot easier. And as far as attachment points, you need to, if you're coming into a box, you need to staple right at the box. So what I'm planning on doing is we're going to come up here, larger hole, because there's at least 4 or 5 circuits going through here. Larger hole here, it's going to run through the top, then we're going to come down, and I'm going to poke through this wall, probably right about here. Pull this panel, and then we'll be able to fish wires up into the bottom side of the sub panel. So that's the plan. It's a lot of wire, Mike. This is the wall of technology. It's a lot. It's overkill, but that's how we do things. We have to plan for every possible thing, And the audio takes up a lot of it. If we didn't have audio, you could shave half of this off of here. Yeah. All right, Trevor, go for it. Keep going. Up to where the box is, then pretend that it's got a fist plus 2 fingers. So right there. Looks good. We're getting there. So right now I'm running the same circuit's going to run all the audio and video. So it'll be on a dedicated. So all the powered speakers, the sub, the center channel, and TV. And then it's going to run over to where the NAD will be, the receiver, and then down to the subwoofer. So everything will just be on 120 amp dedicated circuit. Is that going to work for you, Michael?
But you followed all the codes.
They're worried about the codes, huh? So am I, Mike. That's what we do. So we're going to end up pulling all the wire first, then we'll get everything. I'll zip tile this stuff together, nice and bundle it, staple it all the way through. We'll staple it at all our boxes here, and then. But right now we're just getting the wire run to where it's got to go. Okay, there we go. As you can see, I'm staying away from all the low voltage stuff with the power. I don't know how critical it is. I'm sure all that stuff's shielded, with the exception of the white speaker wire is not, but I'm sure everything else is. But I think it's a good rule of thumb just to stay away from it if you can. Matt's a connoisseur of the audio. Can't have any noise. Okay, so there. Now, this is a separate circuit itself, so we're going to come up and grab that one there, and then we're going to come down and grab power here, which is for the receiver, which will be in the cabinet, and we're going to come out of there and grab the subwoofer. How do I know which goes where? I have it mapped out in my head, so I've divided the circuits into functions, right? So I'm doing all the circuits that are basically in the backsplash as one, right? And then I'm continue that circuit on up to the electric reel. So that's one circuit. All the audio is on another circuit. Then I've got, obviously, the vacuums on a circuit, of its own. The compressor's on a circuit of its own. And then what I'm going to do is the last and final circuit, so the charging circuit, what's for the chargers, is going to tie in with there's 2 outlets in the top cabinets. I'm going to run all those as one circuit, and it'll also catch the outlets on the back side. So basically the last circuit's going to be for chargers. Because he's going to charge his vacuum there. I guess these aren't really for chargers. That's if he ever wants to, I don't know, vacuum in there. I don't know what he's going to do. But I'm going to tie all that in the last circuit. So we're just about there, Mike. Then when I get everything run, roughly, I'll come back in. I'll zip tie everything together. I'll put all my staples in, get everything snug and tight and organized. And then we'll start drywalling. But that's not happening today.
Yeah, I think a lot of people value seeing what really it takes, because this is what it takes. Like if you want your garage to look perfect,
Yeah.
you got to do all this.
Yeah, if you want to, you got to think it out thoroughly, plan. I mean, anything with building, you need to plan. Plan for everything, Mike. Plan to go to the bathroom when it's necessary. Plan to eat lunch.
Yes.
That's what we do.
That's how you live a good life.
Yeah.
Right now we're planning for lots of speakers.
Lots of speakers, lots of TV action, audio, video. This garage will be rocking pretty good. And then we'll have vacuums, air compressors, TVs, hose reels, air reels.
We might also have dual
electric reels,
pressure washers.
dual pressure washers.
Compressor washers.
Dual DI, dual garage door openers.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. My wife's over there just sweeping up all my wood chips that I made a mess everywhere. Media team does help. They get involved sometimes when I need a hand. They do get involved. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this done, Mike. Okay, can you stop talking, please? All right, so that's a wrap for Friday. So I'm just about finished. I'm gonna finish up Monday, get all the wires stapled up and zip tied and nice, neat, and tidy, and then I can start drywalling. I think it came out really well. I think it's well thought out. I'll let Matt stare at it for a couple of days, and if he wants to add something, now's the time to do it. I think we're pretty well covered with 31 different receptacles. So Chase approves. Huh, Chase? He's fascinated with your dog. Yeah.
Mike, before
Yes.
we wrap this video, we
Yeah.
should tell people if they're looking for a knife, we have like a lot of knives.
Which knives do we have?
The Spyderco one,
Oh yeah, the Spyderco knives. The ones that are blue?
the giveaway knife.
Yeah, those are sick.
So we have some.
I should buy one of those. I want one.
I think you need one.
How many do we have? Like 50?
I think
60?
so, something
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
this out.
they're super nice. Great box opening knives. I mean, if you're a hunter, good knife for that too.
Good to have.
Self-defense. Yeah, you could put a shadow box.
someday.
Yeah, so check it out on the website.
Yeah,
As well as Carhartt shirts are coming in. They're inbound, I think.
those are happening.
So those are happening. I need that. So that way, you know what? See how I do this? I'm gonna have a pocket
That'll be nice for you.
for that. Yeah.
And then people are gonna put their questions in this video.
Yeah.
So in next episode we'll be answering some questions.
Yeah, we'll answer some questions if you put them in this one. The comment section.
Yep.
Follow the link down below. Like and subscribe.